Hands up, synth. Don't move. I can see the fear running through you. Surprised your androides couldn't hear me. I'm well experienced in hunting your kind. Sneaking up on you, especially in a place as squalid as this, no issue. And finding you, even less. Don't move. I know what's running through that little tin can brain of yours right now. You're thinking, can I make a move for his gun? Can I move quick enough? Trust me, you can't. You even twitch, and I'm putting you down. Believe me, it's more of a courtesy than my fellow hunters would ever offer you. If they'd snuck up on you, you wouldn't even have known until that bullet passed through your circuitry and everything fizzled out. Your comrades, they didn't get the same luxury. Those synths you escaped your colony ship with, they're us now. Spare parts. I tracked them down. I tracked and took them all down as soon as they came off the Earth. One by one. You're the last one on my list, friend. The last android I need to close this case. Which might be why I'm drawing this out so much. Might be why I gave you a chance. It adds a sense of finality. I find a full stop to the events that occurred. If I had just shot you in the back right now, it would have been almost too easy. And the thing about this job, it almost never is. Even finding you metal monsters is a chore. Oh, except for your group. But I'll get back to that. You're kinda synthetic. Humans right down to everything but the team. Don't ask me whose idea that was. I mean, why do we need mechanical labor to look like human? Sure, there's the androids that are built for more pleasurable things, but they make up a very small percent of your kind. What cruel creator decided to give synths the idea they were human, huh? Downright evil, if you ask me. And then, when some of you get that idea, you're built for more than what you are, or you go rogue. It's up to me to sort that out. Like I said, it's not easy, friend. Even if I make it look like it is. There's a test to perform on suspects. Questions we can ask to elicit an emotional response in your kind. They make it obvious. But even just finding the people we suspect of a horrendous activity, downright nightmarish. But when we get you, your kind makes it so obvious. Because even though you like to think you're human, you're not. And we can tell. It takes a bit of time and effort, sure. But deep down, we know what we're talking to. And that's how I found your friends. It wasn't difficult. Mostly, anyway. Not just because your little friends are particularly volatile, but for another reason. That, like I said, I'll get back to. After all, it's not like we have anywhere else to be. Your friends were all hiding, trying to eke out a living for themselves. One of them was a dancer. Another was trying to get work on board one of them ships headed off-world. Strange, really. They put all that effort into coming back to Earth and try to leave as soon as they get back. Maybe they didn't like what they saw. Can't say I blame them. And I think that's what happened to you, isn't it? Why you came here to the middle of nowhere? Civilization too much for you? The people, the noise, even your fellow escapees. For what it's worth, They didn't seem to care much about you either. They told me where you were the second I unholstered my pistol. So, maybe your kind is right. Treachery is a distinctly human trait after all. You're like crabs trying to escape a boiling pot. Every time one of you nearly makes it, the other pulls you back in. So, my condolences. Next time you try and escape, maybe pick a better group to escape with. Or at least don't tell them where you're going. But of course, there isn't gonna be a next time now, is there? This is it for you. This is the end of the line. Shot dead by an uncaring hunter in a shitty little hut that doesn't even have a great view, if I'm being honest. Though, I guess anywhere's better than the city. So, sorry this didn't happen in a better place. Because it seems like you don't deserve this. Your friends did, no question about that. They slaughtered the crew aboard that ship you sold. There wasn't even a hint of mercy in their actions, but you? You didn't harm anyone, did you? From what I've been told, you tried to stop them. To convince them to let the crew go. Didn't work, but at least you tried. I guess the sheep couldn't stand it when they realized their flock were really wolves. Is that why you left them? Because of the blood on their hands? Thought as much. If you have a question, ask it. You won't get another chance after all. Yes. Well observed. Hey, if our stories were different, you would have made a good android hunter yourself. I know about your mercy aboard the ship, because there was a survivor. You already know that, of course, because you're the one who saved them. A young girl. Sherry was her name, by the way. When you boarded her transport ship, she hid. Listened to all your comrades talk about how they were going to kill her friends and family. Heard you tried to save them. And then you found her. Locked eyes with her. She locked eyes with you from that hiding place. And you let her go. We found her once you abandoned the ship at the space dock. She identified all of you. That's how we found you so quickly. Killing her would have been the smartest move. No witnesses, right? I know you know that, but you still let her go? You let her go despite the risk. You let her go because you knew it was the right thing to do, despite everything else. So it seems treachery isn't the only human trait you androids have. You have potential for good, too. Did you know that in all my years of android hunting, I've never seen that. I've seen your kind display plenty of human emotions. Hate, rage, fear. But never something positive. I suppose it's difficult to show that when you're being hunted. When your only thought is, survival. But you did it, all the same. And look where it brought you. Face to face with honor. A hunter couldn't possibly put you down. Yeah. That's right. I can't do it. I can't shoot you. So, relax. I can't, I guess. There's certainly a bullet waiting for you in the future, but it's not gonna be from my gun. Did you know I'm supposed to be retired? I'm not actually supposed to be hunting androids anymore. I've done my time, done my service. Yet the people I worked for decided to ignore all that. A seconded inconvenience to them. They forced me to go after you. even though I didn't want to. They threatened me, even. Everything I'd done for them meant nothing. They're using me. I'm nothing more to them than a tool. An arm with a gun attached to it. Just like you. We may have different bodies, different ways of processing thoughts, moving. But we seem to be more similar than we think we are, really. Two tools for those in charge of them. Useful when they're useful, and gonna be discarded when they're not. We don't matter to them. And it took me a very long time to realize that. I know you're a good person. They know that too. But unlike me, they don't care. They've got quotas to fill, and your kind is just as useful. The labor you provide is too lucrative to let you embrace your potential. They can't risk it, so they use me to stamp you out. I don't regret killing your comrades, nor the other androids I've put down over my many years of doing this. But seeing you, a good soul just trapped in a bad body. If I shot you, if I ever crossed that line, I'd be the tool that those in charge of me think I am. And that's something I just can't ever allow. I realize that this is a long-winded way of saying I'm letting you go. But I had to get all this off my chest eventually. I had to say it to someone who understood it. Face to face. Sure, I could have just not come at all. But by doing this, you'll know that someone out there is rooting for you. Someone wants you to survive. I know it's lonely. I know that's just the way the world is now. For people like you and me. People that know. People that can see we're being used. And that there's nothing we can do about it. In a way, we're just like raindrops being used by the storm outside. But a raindrop isn't alone, is it? There's thousands, millions of others, just like it, falling towards the ground. But today, two of those drops refuse to let the storm control them for a second longer. I'm not gonna shoot you, my friend. In fact, I'm gonna help you get out of here. Here, take my pistol. I know your kind knows how to use it. Believe me, I do. I also know that you don't like using weapons. That, considering the people that'll be coming after you, you don't really have much of a choice. I'll burn this building to the ground. Say you were burned in the fire. They'll know I'm lying, but it'll take them a while to prove it. It won't work for long, but it'll at least give you a head start. That's the best I can offer you. I'm sorry I can't do anymore. I know it doesn't mean much coming from Anna like myself, but I wish you the best of luck in the future, friend. I hope you find the freedom that you seek. And if you don't, if they corner you, take my advice. It's better to die free than live in fear. Good luck. And thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching today's show. If you liked the video, please feel free to drop it a like. And if you didn't, drop it a dislike. I'm a fan either way. If you really like my content, why don't you go ahead and subscribe so that way you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And make sure you hit that cheeky little bell, because that also helps. And if you have an idea for other videos that you want to do, series you want me to continue, or just general love and support, please feel free to drop me a comment as well. I love reading all of the comments, and it really does brighten my day. So with that being said, like I said, thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!